Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Girl, You Know It's True. And this is written and directed by Simon Verhoeven. And this focuses on the story of Pilatus and Morvan, the dancers turned extremely famous leads of Milli Vanilli back in the 1980s, as they rise to fame, deal with the behind-the-scenes politics with the producer and everything, and then come crashing down real hard. And this film certainly hits all the music biopic, especially beats. You can tell, like, this would be a film that would be made fun of by Walk Hard. It hits those beats, but, does them well. It knows when to add some personality, because you have our two leads, Tian Najil and Ellen Ben Ali, who will interject and be like, we've heard enough about the childhood, let's move on. And there's just little moments where Verhoeven decides to add a little bits of flair and personality to the storytelling and the direction that keeps this feeling a little bit fresh, at least, when you have so many beats in terms of the plot and the narrative that just feel so perfunctory, and it's just, okay, well, I've watched plenty of music biopics. This is hitting all the pieces. Obviously, this story's a little bit more complex, and I appreciate that it cuts back to, like, the band whose music they kept utilizing and quote-unquote covering. And one of the standouts for me is Matthias Schweifer, who plays Frank Farian. He's been popping up in a lot of things. He was in Army of the Dead, and he is so charismatic and fun, and he's definitely a standout in the film. I think Bella Dane as Millie. I think she does a fine job too. I think our two leads, Nijay and Ali, I think they fit the roles well. They encapsulate the roles well. And, deliver the performances they need, but they certainly have the moves. And I think that's honestly the biggest thing that you need out of these two performances. I do feel like for the first 3/4 of this movie, it's big personality. It's presented in a way that even if there is conflict, it's still coming from like a sharp and fun kind of approach. And then this drastically changes in tone, and the real life story of these two dancers took dark turns. But just, I don't know if Verhoeven really balances and smooths out that transition between, hey, we're having a lot of fun, to this is depressing, out of nowhere. And it gets dark, real quick. I do still feel like the ending captures some emotion, but overall, I think this is really elevated by Schweifer, and from some of the more fun creative decisions in terms of storytelling and direction. It's by the numbers, plotting wise, in terms of a music biopic. And if you're really into like music and music biopics, this hits all the beats, and I'm sure you'll get some kind of enjoyment out of it. But those are my thoughts on Girl, You Know It's True. Let me know what you think. Let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.